Hey there, welcome to this week's episode. So this week we're going to talk about 3 steps to actually help you cut down your session time. So if you're a photographer and you take forever in a session, hours and hours, like I've heard photographers take up to 4 hours. That's just insane. So I'm going to give you 3 tips that's going to help you cut down your session to at least an hour and a half. So let's get started. So step number 1 is setting up before your clients actually arrive. So this has changed the whole way I do a session, and it's actually minimized my sessions because I do this. So before the client arrives, usually it's the night before or after I finish a session, I get ready for a next session for the next day. I have my stuff set up. So in that I mean like the backdrop, the bowl, the bed, the whatever it is I'm setting up, I'll have my 2 or 3 setups ready to go. I like to do this the day before, but if I can't, then that morning I'll have it all set up, ready to go. Usually it's before I head out to take the kids to school. I'll have it all set up. When I come home, it's nice and done, and then I just check through their session questionnaire and then make sure everything is on point. So setting it up either the night before or on the same day, a few hours before, will actually help you, because once the client comes into your studio, you're ready to start photographing them. The second step is getting it right in camera. Now, I know you're going to say, I'm still new, I can't get it right, every shot I have to struggle to get the baby pose properly, right properly. The last thing I think of is to get it right in camera. It just becomes a habit over time. I remember when I wanted to start showing clients the images right after the session, so we do an ordering session, I actually firstly trained myself that when I'm photographing the baby, I actually try my best to get it right in camera, and I delete the image that's not very good on the spot. Now, you probably don't want to do that when starting out, that's okay, but the focus here is to actually get it right in camera. So if you take a few shots of the baby, make it a habit to flick through your camera and to see if the exposure's right, everything like that. I know you can't concentrate, but as long as you see, yes, it's potential that it is right, take a few extra safe shots and then move on. And then while you're moving the baby, or they're changing the baby or feeding the baby, you can go through every image and delete the ones you don't want if you want to show them to your clients right away. But the process is to actually learning how to get it right in camera. So once you're shooting, adjusting your ISO, your exposure, and anything like that as well. And doing that over time becomes a habit, pretty much like, anything that you do during a session. So once you get that right, I know it's going to change. Everything you do in a session is actually going to make your session a lot quicker, trust me. Okay, so step number 3 is moving real quickly from one pose or setup to another. Now, I know we get so excited because we finally wrap the baby, we put the baby in a bowl, and we just want to keep snapping images away. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is just be focused on the type of angles you're going to take. This is why it's important to create a workflow for you. So I use a lot of baskets and bowls, and I know how to take images from the top, side, backlit, etc. So once I've taken all those, and those I call my safe shots, and the baby's nice and settled still in that position, I'll go on to take what I call extra images. Then I move quickly. Even though the baby's asleep, I'll just work around the baby and move them quickly to the next setup, because that's the only way you're going to have a quicker session. Alright, there you have it. That's 3 things you can do to make your sessions a whole lot quicker. Try those and let me know how you go. If you have any tips or anything you do to make your sessions quicker, or maybe just share with me how long an average newborn session takes for you in the comments below. And if you haven't already, go and download my newborn session guide. It's absolutely free. A lot of photographers are loving it, and it's helping them a lot for taking their newborn session from start to finish a whole lot quicker. You can get that at thephotographersociety.com. Also, if you haven't already, go and follow me over on Instagram at Photography by Rochelle. It's where I'm mainly active there. So I'll catch you next week for another episode. Until then, take care.